Hello, welcome everybody to some more Week 2 action here from the Encore Overwatch Kickoff Tournament. This is Ariel here with Otel and AJ. And gentlemen, I think we have a potential barn burner on our hands today with Team Rocket and Everfrost doing battle here in the winners final.
Thank you, Ariel. I am extremely excited about this match because I have heard some really fantastic things about Team Rocket coming into this. And from our week 1 cast of Everfrost, their match was absolutely fantastic. I have a lot riding on this match. What about you, Otel?
I mean, definitely. I'm looking for Everfrost to show up very big. I've heard the rumors as well about Team Rocket. Haven't had the opportunity to see them play, but from the sound of things, from the rumblings, sounds like it's going to be quite the show.
Absolutely. Not only are we looking for some big main tank energy here from Wrecking Ball, but boy, I know in our for Everfrost, Liam was absolutely clutch on the Ana, almost every single map. So that's one of the main things that I am going to be looking for, and I am definitely going to be looking out for that synergy to come apparent in Team Rocket.
Yeah, definitely. That week 1 match, we saw quite the showing from Everfrost on that double bubble composition. You know, they played it really smart. They took a lot of aggressive fights and didn't really leave Thrive Harmony any room at that time. I'm wondering if that's the game plan that they're going to stick with this week, or if maybe we're going to see a little bit more brawl out of them. I don't know what Team Rocket's got, in the pocket, but I think on some of these more brawl-centric maps, that might be where Everfrost needs to show up a little better than they did week 1.
Yeah, we'll see about that for sure. Now, just for those of you joining us, this is the final match of our Week 2 matchups. So this is going to be another best of 3, even though this is the semifinals, because the team winning this will go into the final round for next week, and the loser will be dropping down into the losers bracket, which will be next Friday at 8 p.m. Against Tactical Panda, and then hopefully we can see one of these two teams, Tactical Panda, Everfrost, Team Rocket, back up into the winners final to give us a really fantastic match next Saturday night. So it looks like we are getting underway here. The first map of the night is going to be Oasis, but on the screen right now you have Team Rocket's lineup with Arin Jorge, Clones Make You Happy, Kamehameha, and Gorbacheese. Got a big Zen main there, big fan. And then Everfrost lineup, we have Jasper, Keandre, Wrecking Ball, Britta, Crazy Mage, and Liam Helium Man, number 29.
What a name on that first Zen. I like that one. But yeah, definitely tonight, I don't know about you, AJ, but I am a bit of a Jasper fan myself. I'm really looking forward to seeing some more really hype sticks.
Yeah, I am really psyched to see what Jasper can do on the Tracer that he showcased off last week. But I know we seem to be hyping up Everfrost right now, but man, am I really excited to see our number 1 ranked team, Team Rocket, in action here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I'm keeping an open mind. I'm trying not to stand too hard, try to keep it unbiased, but I'm a fan. Can't help myself.
So I gotta say, I do not believe that we are running hero bans. I'm almost positive of that. So on certain maps here tonight, what are something that you were looking to see specifically? Like on University, you want to see that cleave clomp happen? You want to see what are you looking for here?
Only in my dreams, AJ. Only in my dreams.
Well, it looks like we're going to be at Gardens first, so I am hyped for a fair duel. I want to see Pharmacy v Pharmacy, but
I mean, that would
I'm
be
sure that's not going to happen.
That would be something to see with $200 on the line in this tournament. I'm
that is
expecting
true.
more of these teams to kind of play a little more serious. You know, maybe not take a chance on some of these cheesier, well, I'll put that in quotes, cheesier compositions.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The winner of this tournament, this inaugural Encore tournament, is a $200 prize for the first place and $50 for the runner-up. So, not bad. Not bad.
Can't go wrong, man. I mean, you're gonna spend all your waking hours playing Overwatch anyways. You may as well get paid.
Exactly. And oh man, they were both Lock and Torb. I was really excited about that.
All right, it does actually look like we're gonna see double bubble
Soup Al?
composition coming out from Everfrost. You know, sticking to their guns. Jasper getting the TP out before making that swap to Tracer. As looks like a dive v double bubble here.
Zoop Hells, as the kids are saying.
Indeed, I guess that is the clever nickname for this composition. I was unaware, out of the loop, but as I speak, Make You Happy coming in with the big slam, making a little bit of space for their team as Wrecking Ball is not giving up this high ground for free, punishing clones, and as all the members of Team Rocket are falling, Everfrost looking pretty comfortable here.
Yeah, that
a
was
really strong first fight from them.
Yeah, that was really, really impressive to see. It seems as though Everfrost came around from two different angles, pinched them on the high ground, with Team Rocket just hanging out in the middle, and they had no answer.
Yeah, definitely. And now we see Make You Happy over here on the flank once more, trying to find a way in, trying to put their foot in the door, but Wrecking Ball chasing them down, as now it's Clones jumping back for that high ground, getting into the forced off. And ooh, Clones does manage to find Britta. With that Zarya out of the fight, that's going to be huge for Team Rocket here. They try to continue to push the advantage. Wrecking Ball falls to George, takes Make You Happy with it. And this is a really scrappy fight going back and forth. EMP online for George. Are they going to commit it here? Gets stunned by Keandre. And it does look like, ooh, they gave up the point flip.
Oh no!
Aaron getting the point
long.
flip for free. Nobody dropping to contest.
Yeah, not
You know,
gonna
it's
last
going to be
long.
a little bit of 8 free percent right there.
Was the 8% worth it? I mean, they got Rally out, I guess. I mean, it's questionable on George's decision making there, or Jorge's decision making there on the Sombra to hack the rallying rig as she's running away from you. Not really sure, but we do got some switches out coming up here. Make You Happy off the ball and onto the hog.
Off the ball and onto the
EMP.
hug indeed. Little pig action as Jorge does find Keandre, and Kamehameha cleaning up Liam with that coalescence, and that's a lot of blue in the kill feed. As Team Rocket finally finds their foothold.
An interesting choice for Wrecking Ball not to use the big monkey to stall it out there. They only had to win that fight with EMP and Coalescence, so really, really worthwhile. But then again, they got nothing for it, so we'll see. It looks like Everfrost is going to have a really commanding ultimate lead coming in here to this next fight.
Indeed, 70% is a pretty comfortable spot to be if you are Everfrost. And Wrecking Ball falling a little low, getting topped off by Liam with the nano, going back in, attempting to find something, make something happen. Clones getting the high noon while asleep.
Ouch.
Unfortunate, you hate to see it. Invested that primal rage, and Keandre just dumped a high noon into him.
And really, really, really good ultimate economy here still for Everfrost.
Only 2 ults invested.
Yeah, really, really good stuff.
Now
like
80%, it is ticking up. We are moving into last fight territory here, and Everfrost does have the tools they need to close it out.
Yeah, that grab pulse bomb could be big.
Yeah, Pulse Bomb in the pocket of Aaron. He's going to have to come up big here, looking for some kind of key target.
Down.
Hops up onto the high ground, finds Keandre with the Pulse Bomb. Is that the opening that Team Rocket needs to make this win happen? Crazy Mage popping the rally is going to be one hard target to kill. As now Make You Happy getting anti-nated on the point. Does pop that whole hog, but isn't going to be able to stay alive through all that damage. As now it's just George desperately trying to build that EMP. Falls at 83%. As back and forth the kills go, but is it going to be enough? Liam falling dangerously low, gets cleaned up by Clones with Graviton Surge coming out from Britta. That is going to be our first round.
That was pretty good. That was a pretty good fight there. One thing that I do notice is that it seems like Team Rocket doesn't have the most cohesive plan into coming in these fights. The Monkey Hog synergy doesn't exactly line up super well, and it seems as though the second EMP, if there was a second EMP, might have been more of a desperation than it was a planned ultimate.
Did we see 2 AMPs that round?
I honestly don't know. I
know.
don't think so.
I don't think so
Yeah.
either. You know, George,
That's,
really close there. You know, that last 17%, you know, that's like right on the edge. You know, desperately trying to make something happen, and you know, sometimes it just doesn't come up.
Yeah.
Looks
Maybe
like
we
Make
got
You Happy is going to stay on the Roadhog, you know, committing to this,
Ball
probably
pressure
looking
here.
to punish Wrecking Ball's aggression.
Which is totally fair, and I think that he can actually do good things with that.
And once again, Everfrost here on the double bubble. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, they play the
Sure on that.
composition so clean. As now Wrecking Ball just chilling here on the point with his toes in the water.
Oh.
Crazy Mage fault. Make You Happy on a flank.
This guy.
Oh, and Make You Happy finds Keandre too. That's 2 picks from the Roadhog. Such value.
Nice hook coming out from Crazy Mage there.
You know, you gotta respect it, the unexpected hog flank.
Yeah.
And
I
that
gotta
is
say-
exactly what you need to do if you're gonna play the Roadhog.
All right, so
First point flip going in favor of Team
let me
Rocket.
get your thoughts here before this second fight starts off. What does Everfrost need to do to counter this very, very spread composition?
Well, I mean, you got to watch out for the Roadhog. That's a given. But also, you're going to have to... Honestly, I feel
Oh, they're
like
looking for the hog. There it is.
investing the Nano Boost onto Wrecking Ball, pushing out this Roadhog. Make You Happy falling
got him.
very low. Cleaned up by the Tracer Wreck and Winston combo. And I guess that's what you have to do.
All
You know,
right, looks
find
like
a couple kills with a Nano.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna find the most immobile characters on the team and send your entire team at them, and that's pretty much it.
I
So
was
I
going
guess,
to say, before that broke out, you know, before Liam and Wrecking Ball decided to just make me eat my words, but I felt like it was a little strange that they hadn't tried to go to contest the high ground yet. You know, clear out that soldier, get your tree up on top with your Ana break. You know, that's how they played the first stage, was just controlling high ground, and it worked for them. I was surprised to see them not roll out for first fight then.
Yeah, one of the things that I was gonna say is that I think
Pulse Bomb comes out from Jasper, finds Kamehameha.
Finds 2.
Actually finds 2. You know, big Pulse Bomb from Jasper. Kamehameha getting the resurrect from Gorbacheese, and George cleaning up Wrecking Ball. That does look like the exact picks you're looking for. A copy onto the Zarya from George as they're attempting to build up a copy grab.
Oh, it looks like Aaron's
Doesn't
not
look like
gonna
they're
have
going to
a
be
good
able to
time
get a
here.
whole lot done with it, though.
Aaron not having a great time, but he does manage to take out Jasper on his way out the door.
Can't complain. I mean, you've got the legs. You'll be back quickly.
I mean, Tracer will be back fast as well, so
And
he's just
now,
ultimate charge.
I'm
really.
ready for it. Are you ready for it, AJ? I am ready for a Nano Visor.
Hell yeah. That's what we're looking for. It's 2021. We need an
Oh,
Nano
Lord, it's coming.
The rally.
Oh, never mind. Nano onto the pig.
Oh, jeez. Brit is not long for this world.
Doesn't get the love. As now a lot of blue filling this kill feed, you know, Make You Happy asleep, but not before getting 2 kills here to once again
2 big
deny Everfrost a attempt at this point. And 82% ticking up. You know,
Yeah.
Everfrost probably sweating here.
Yeah, they've
difficult
got
time.
Nano and High Noon coming up, and a Grav, but, you know, we've got actually very little coming out from the side of Team Rocket as well, so I think,
Nano onto Wrecking Ball, but he doesn't manage to find the Mercy. She just flies away. Tactical
Yeah,
Visor
down.
coming out from the high ground, and so much damage onto Liam. He can't survive as Jorge, goes in to clean this up.
Uh-oh, Brit is alone, but he got 2. He's not going to be able to
Gorbacheese
do anything with that.
finds the res onto Jorge
Tiziana.
Britta all alone.
Oh,
Will Jasper
Jasper
be able to keep this
plug
point
plug
alive?
this. Yeah.
Playing on the inside, trying to keep it alive, but those stickies are more than enough damage to clean them up.
Yeah, I think
And
that
round
was
2 goes to
I
Team
think that was
Rocket.
a really, really nice play there for Make You Happy and Jorge. If the Echo, the pocketed Echo, rather, is able to just kind of do whatever she wants to do and just not be able to face off against some, you know, any threats really. It was just Keandre on the McCree, and he was getting, you know, pretty hard targeted, if I want to say, that entire round. It made his job very, very difficult here.
Yeah, very difficult indeed. And just to clarify, I do understand how the name Jorge is pronounced. I just played a lot of Halo Reach back in the day. And that is how Edmund George's name was spelled.
Fair enough.
I have
Fair
never
enough.
been able to pronounce it correctly the first time ever again.
It's fair.
Anyways, we do see the rush comp coming out from both sides here. Everfrost opting for the McCree against a Reaper Doom.
Interesting.
Really interesting choices coming out from Team Rocket as a mutual pin results in the death of Wrecking Ball. Aaron finding that first kill. Both lamps out.
Big punch on the May.
Taking out Jasper. No May, no Rind. You are done here if you are Everfrost. You are just trying to get out alive.
Oof. Oof is all I can say. There were some really, really big punches there from Jorge. Really, really fantastic job on the Doomfist.
Indeed, finding that pick so crucial. You're taking down that May. Once that Reinhardt falls, she's really your strongest area denial.
Oh no! Keandre coming up big with Kamehameha.
Indeed, finding that crucial pick, giving his team all the space they need. As now Everfrost pushing up, punishing clones, catching them with the wall. As they are still hungry, pushing into the spawn of Team Rocket, trying to make more kills. And now Jorge over here on the flank, just trying to get a little bit of charge and
he's trying to get some cheeky
scare
kills
those guys
there.
away.
But Everfrost is already pushing up fast over top of the Team Rocket's control percentage here. That was a fast fight. Good window.
High noon and a window coming out from Everfrost. Does manage to find Jorge.
Oh, blocked by his own
Blocked
May.
by his own May. Tragedy strikes. Wrecking Ball's gonna want that one back. And Clones managing to find several with their own Earth Shatter, making it easy for Aaron to find those Death Blossom kills and clean up this point. Looks like a 49% for Everfrost as it flips back in favor of Team Rocket.
That was a messy fight. That was a messy, messy fight. There was a lot going on there. A Blizzard invested, a Death Blossom invested.
That's a VOD review fight.
Yeah, that's a VOD review fight for sure.
Yes, all right. Everfrost, you know, looking for their opening here, kind of jockeying a bit, trying not to overextend as they pop up a wall behind Clones, trying to make something happen. Wrecking Ball misses the pin, but does not get punished himself. Clones gets frozen. A lot of damage onto this Reinhardt, but you know, still managing to be kept alive by Kamehameha. And just long enough, it seems, for all kills to start coming up Team Rocket.
Boy, that Kamehameha guy, he is putting in a lot of work this round. He is putting in a lot of work this round.
Oh no, Wrecking Ball charged out into the center of Team Rocket.
No.
Oh
Well,
no.
looks like that's the end of that push.
And that window is going to shove them back into their spawn. They are not coming out until a solid 73%.
Yeah, and he does it again.
Hey, he caught the wall this time. He's ready for it. Oh, Invest the Earth Shatter manages to find no one.
He managed to find a big shield.
Now Seismic Slam coming out.
Crazy mage.
Strike. And Aaron with another big Death Blossom finds two. As wow, this is...
Keandre just walking a point.
Keandre
He survived the fight.
For that touch.
Gotta get that touch. Yeah, he made overtime. He made it happen. Oh.
Ooh, Wrecking Ball almost able to get over the pit and possibly dodge that Earth Shatter, but not quite. And now,
Blizzard.
To describe this attempt as flailing would be putting it lightly. As Everfrost is just throwing everything they have against the wall, trying to make something stick.
Ouch.
But unfortunately, looks like map 1 goes to Team Rocket. Well, unfortunate for Everfrost, though.
Yeah, really, really well played by Team Rocket. Honestly, their aggression and then their sustain were, I think, what was able to put them over the top here on not just University, but on City Center as well. I think that when they pushed the go button, not only did they go hard, but they went until there was no fight left. I think the Kamehameha did a really, really, really fantastic job of keeping Clones up. Jasper had some really great walls on Clones to take him, to separate him from the fight, but Everfrost just wasn't able to kill him because of, make you happy on Diva, Kamehameha putting in the heals to keep him up. So I think that was really what put Team Rocket over the top here on Oasis.
Indeed. You know, I honestly think following that first round on Gardens, you know, we saw a very decisive victory there from Everfrost. And rolling into City Center, I was surprised to see how strongly Team Rocket brought it back. You know, that was ultimately, compositionally, Everfrost's map to lose, if you ask me.
Right. I mean, I actually disagree with you on that one. I think that Team Rocket saw Double Bubble. They know how that comp works. You dive into the back line, you enable the Winston, everybody follows up and kind of does their thing. They played a split comp where they played 3 groups of 2, and they just avoided them. They just danced around them. You kill 2 people, that's fine. We're going to poke you from the other 2 sides and take you out. And I think they did a really, really great job on City Center. I think that was a fantastic counter pick. And then they showed Everfrost that their Rhyme is, you know, he's going to do the thing. He's going to get in there. But with Arin, Jorge, Kamehameha, Make You Happy, they are just going to be there with him. They are not going to leave his side. They are going to make sure that he is ready to go, that he's able to get in there and swing his hammer.
Yeah, and this is kind of, you know, as an Everfrost fan, this is what I was a little worried about coming in, was when we saw that swap over to the Rush comp, it did seem a little disjointed. It didn't seem nearly as patient. It didn't seem nearly as their Double Bubble appears to be. You know, we had Maywalls blocking Earth Shatters. We just had, you know, pinning out a spawn into the center of the enemy team that isn't scouted, I would guess. Yeah. And it's just one of those things where, you know, Rush is something that you kind of you got to run it clean. It's aggressive, but it can't be messy.
Yeah, because everybody's got to hit the same thing. You got to go when you go, and you all have to go the same place. You can't split. You got to make sure that you're watching what's happening. But, you know, it's really, really tough to play Rush into a Reaper and a Doomfist as well. So, you know, compositionally, the McCree is, you know, it's meta, it's good, it does its thing. It has its job in place. But when you play Reaper and Doomfist, you know, Reaper can get in there, shoot the big tanks, and do the thing. But Doomfist gets in, gets out, and displaces people, moves them around.
I need to cut you off. Look at Team Rocket.
Yes, Junkrat and Pharah, what is this?
We have Winston, Orisa, Junk, Pharah.
What in the world is going on here,
what
Team Rocket?
A competition. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one plays out, as Everfrost has brought us to this map where we saw them so proficient last time. Wrecking Ball instantly
no!
And that is a hard punish.
Oh, man. I don't know what this comp is, but boy, am I excited about it.
Ooh, this is a spicy meatball if I've ever seen one.
So let's just theorycraft here. It looks like Make You Happy is just literally going to stand there on top of Junk Trap and do next to nothing, just be a turret, and then everybody else is going to shoot from all different angles. Clones is going to go in for the cleanup in the back line with the Pharah.
Ball hops back in, does manage to avoid the trap this time, but Make You Happy still with the punish. As I think I'm starting to understand what this composition is, AJ. It's just damage.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of damage.
Oh my gosh.
They're like, if we take the damage and we just shove it down main, what can they do?
Nothing. They can't do anything. I gotta say, the Winston Orisa has had me head scratching there, but this is, I'm not sure what I would do against this.
It is unorthodox, to be sure, as it does look like Everfrost is just as confused as any of us.
So it looks like Keandre and Crazy Major going to the Ashe and Mercy to try and probably take Jorge out of the sky here.
Does manage to find a dynamite onto Arin.
And then they just say, no, we're not letting you take the Tiger.
All right, leaping back. Wrecking Ball does get this nano, but he's taking a lot of pressure. Has to hop out. Oh. Wow, it just seems so difficult. You know, honestly, Jasper, I love you, bud, but Tracer might be a little tough on this one.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, he got in and was able to do a little bit. He was able to distract Kamehameha a little bit there, but it seems like he might just have a really, really tough time. I'm not sure what I would do here, to be completely honest. I might look for maybe a Sombra.
I can tell you, AJ. I can tell you.
Sure, an Echo, yeah.
Swap Rush.
Swap Rush, yeah.
This comp dies to Rush. but you know they do seem very comfortable on this double bubble, and I think it's kind of hamstringing them here, as they do finally manage to find Jorge. But that's like the first kill they've picked up with this double bubble.
I mean, they've killed him once before, but he was immediately rested right at the end of the fight there.
And you know, history repeats.
Indeed. Well, that
this
was
is just where you just wipe the board clean.
Yeah.
You have 1 minute 10 seconds. You got to make some kind of swap. And a comp this unorthodox, punish it with rush.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think with the good pathing, they can definitely do a lot of work here.
That's so tough to see. Wrecking Ball trying to get that leap in, instantly booped away into a corner to just eat infinite damage. Keandre does manage to find Jorge once more. Gorbachees avenging their Pharah.
For the third time. Keandre just shooting meaningless shots.
This is something. What
Hey,
a
Jorge
unorthodox
down. This
team
time he's not
composition.
going to get red. Yeah, what a very unorthodox team composition. But
Wrecking Ball with the nano does hop in, looking to try and find the kill onto this Baptiste, but the lamp coming out is going to save his life.
Is
As
it?
Kamehameha tries to run away, getting the Mercy Pocket, will it be enough?
Oh no.
Wrecking Ball
Down.
finally manages to clean up that Bap. This could be the opening that Everfrost need to take point one. As Gorbachees is also down, both supports dead for Team Rocket. Jorge cleaning up the DPS. But will it be enough? Britta and Everfrost, they finally get that opening. Oh my god, I was afraid it wasn't going to happen.
Wow. Honestly, so it looked like the only thing they needed to do was take Kamehameha out of the fight. Because without that sustain, the comp had, I mean, not a lot, but it still had a lot. I don't know.
Definitely, and it does look like we see some compositional swaps here from the side of Team Rocket, opting for a Tracer and a Reaper.
Something else very interesting. Fight out
Definitely,
here.
they are taking the fight to them in this courtyard. It's something that we saw from Everfrost in week one.
We did.
You know, not fighting on the point, not fighting in transition, but fighting outside of the first choke. And it seems that their strategy has just been used against them.
Yeah, but you gotta look at it. If you take an overhead peek here of this choke coming into the second point, there's a lot of places to hide. There's a lot of small alleyways and sightlines that they can use, definitely to their advantage to play on a better place than playing on point where it can just get really, really messy.
All right, it does look like they have swapped for the rush comp now, you know, opting for that strong rush on this third point, using that pulse grab to find their opening. Just cleaning them up one after another. This is going to be 6 bodies and a healthy rush composition on this point, as now desperately Team Rocket tries to come out to contest, but will it be enough? 6 bodies still alive. That's not where you want to be. Wrecking Ball 75% to his Earth Shatter. Swinging away, building it quickly. Will it be enough? Falling very low, following that Gravitic Flux. Ooh, close but no cigar, it looks like.
Now, right as that fight was just coming up to the end of that third tick, I was gonna say, hey Otel, how does it feel to tell the viewers I told you so, rush is the right swap, and then they ended up taking him out. Clones coming in with a big pile driver, taking out 2-star on that fight.
Definitely almost chapter first at all. Ooh, another big investment out here in the courtyard, but that huge Earth Shatter coming out from Wrecking Ball could be exactly what they need.
It's only one tick here.
The charge to point.
Only one tick that they need.
They have lost their Lucio. That's going to be quite a bit of healing down the drain. Yep, they just can't get there fast enough. You know, it looks like Crazy Mage maybe a little overexcited after that huge Earth Shatter.
Yeah.
Ran to point alone and died.
Now, I gotta say, we've seen this 2 weeks in a row now. Teams fighting out here in the transition period between spawn and point, and it seems to be paying incredible dividends for, you know, delaying stagger.
I mean, you're making them invest their ultimates before they touch the point, and that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, as now a high noon coming out from Keandre, he does manage to find the Wrecking Ball. But it's not going to be enough. So many ults invested, and they can't even touch point.
Fascinating. What an interesting strategy. Now, I mean, that just be coming from me from, you know, not playing in this elo. But What are your thoughts on that? Tell me a little bit about your thoughts.
I mean, there's an argument to be made for it. Like, ultimately, we saw Team Rocket taking a lot of very aggressive fights. They did get punished in that first engagement while the Grav Pulse Bomb was still online.
Yep.
But after that, you know, they had the ultimates, and even when they lost the fight, they lost it so close to the attacker's spawn that by the time they even got to the point from that investment, they were already off respawn.
Which is just so awesome. It's just really, really great planning by Team Rocket there. Now, let's see if Everfrost has a successful first point hold here, because I believe Team Rocket only got just over 2 minutes, if I remember correctly, to attack second point. Just like what, 4 fights or something like that. But it looks like it's going to be double bubble versus dive here. Arn on the Widow, Jorge locking the Echo. I do like the pocketed Echo. It is going to be a good fight for Keandra here on the Ashe. Let's take a peek and see what happens.
All right, as Team Rocket moving up to this first choke, looking to scout out this composition and make some decisions. I wonder when Clones is going to go in for this engagement. And now is the time, getting that bubble from Make You Happy as they go in, build a ton of energy. Aaron instantly finds Jasper. That is a huge pick, taking out one of those crucial DPS. As now, that's just so much damage on Wrecking Ball. Make You Happy asleep on the point, but I don't believe they'll be punished for this. No, they get up right as rain. And that's just not how you want to play it. You know, that was such a clean engagement from Team Rocket here.
Yeah,
they built a lot of energy. Clones got out with a lot of health to further chase kills on the high ground.
Yeah, my first reaction to Clones diving in on the D.Va was that the best choice? But obviously, taking the D.Va out of the equation for Peel makes a huge difference in this composition.
Indeed, Wrecking Ball up on this high ground, looking for that aggressive play opportunity, but unfortunately, no one controlling that high ground. You know, last time we saw Everfrost here, we saw Keandra up there, but it's Aaron now finding that kill, taking out Rez early.
3 monkeys in the back.
So many monkeys in the back.
Holy moly, Crazy Man. Crazy Mage kept Liam alive through that. Unbelievable.
Absolute chaos in the Everfrost spawn now as Wrecking Ball finally popping their Primal Rage, trying to make something happen with it. Aaron falling a little bit low, but getting the bubble is going to live, as now it's just Wrecking Ball on the point, and they are going to be cleaned up by Clones as Crazy Mage finds the res onto their support partner. Will it be enough? A lot of kills coming up blue in the kill feed here, as Britta gets cleaned up by the Bob, and that is going to be the end of our series. Team Rocket with a decisive victory.
Absolutely, they really showed them what's up on Temple of Anubis here. It was back and forth on Oasis, but wow. We thought last week we saw a good Temple of Anubis push, but Team Rocket really showed us how it's done. That was a really fun to watch. Not only the double bubble, but that other composition that they ran. I don't even know what to call it, but it was fun to watch.
Damage.
That was it was a damage comp. That was a fun map to watch. I mean, I'm just glad I didn't have to play Temple of Anubis and got to watch that instead.
Indeed, you know, both of these teams, you know, they really do show that they have these really high highs. You know, Team Rocket pulled out some crazy shenanigans to counter the strength of Everfrost. You know, Everfrost's strength being that double bubble, but what can you do when your monkey is trapped, or like they get the nano and they just get instantly booped away by a concussive blast, or by a, I believe, or by a concussion mine, or they get halted in the air. It's just so many opportunities for your monkey to get CC'd.
Yeah, it was tough to watch the monkey keep going in there on the Orisa, or it was just too far to get into the back line. It was just really difficult for them to do anything on the composition because they couldn't get through the chokes with the Pharah and the Junkrat, and it was just too far to dive to take the back line.
Yeah, and I think
Kamehameha,
just something I saw there on that last fight, Everfrost. The difference between that first week and this week, is not taking that same aggression. Team Rocket showed it. They fought in the courtyard, they fought in the transition, and they got their Ashe onto high ground. They got their monkey into place, their ball, whatever they had going on. Whereas Keandre's all the way back at point. We saw Aaron just hop up onto that high ground and get a free pick, and that bit of high ground is so powerful.
Yeah.
And I would have liked to see Everfrost play a little bit more aggressively to control that choke, because the moment that it was gone, Team Rocket just leaps deep.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. Honestly, excellent map to watch. So now, if you take a look at the bracket here, Everfrost dropping down into the losers round. They're going to play next weekend on Friday. The first match of the night is going to be versus Tactical Panda. Team Rocket moves into the finals, and they will await their opponents on Saturday. And hypothetically, we could be playing 2 matches on Friday if the losers are able to be victorious and give Team Rocket their first loss of the tournament. But after that showing, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. It's something to see. Both these teams have shown some, like I said, some incredible highs. So
yeah,
I'm not going to be surprised if we see Team Rocket, take it. But I'm also not going to be surprised if we see an underdog uprising from the likes of Tactical Panda or the likes of Everfrost. All of these teams have shown that they have the capability to win this tournament.
Right. That's right. Yeah, Tactical Panda, they had a big win against the UK Wild Kittens. They went down to Team Rocket. They've already seen this team. And then they beat Thrive Harmony, #redacted. They beat out Wild Kittens again for the second time to get themselves back into the top of the losers bracket. So Everfrost and Tactical Panda match, I think it's going to be fantastic. I think they are going to have a not only pretty even match, but I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, definitely one to watch, one to tune in for.
Yeah. Now, I think we're going to head this back to Ariel. If you want to take it away from here, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you, Otel and AJ. This has just been an absolute show, to say the least. I mean, I was definitely expecting, a bit of a barn burner, but I wasn't expecting it to be quite as one-sided. But going forward for Everfrost, do you think seeing some of these wonky team compositions that Team Rocket was able to throw out, do you think they'll be a little bit more prepared if they do come across them, if they are able to make it through Tactical Panda into that grand finals? And does a best of 5 also have a bigger play where they can maybe make even more in-game adjustments in case if Team Rocket has even more tricks up their sleeves?
Otel, I'll let you take this one first.
Well, I mean, definitely. That the difference between a best of 3 and a best of 5 is immense. Sometimes you only get to see these 2 maps. I would be interested to see what would happen in a hybrid setup. Could they get away with a stronger double bubble map? Something a little less, prone to, because let's be honest, Temple of Anubis is prone to cheese. It
Ruth.
It is one of those maps where a comp like that can work, but you throw that comp on a map like, or a payload map, I would say, like Dorado, that's going to be, I would say, likely a different story.
I can agree with that.
And not to mention, we'll also have, I think, Nepal instead of Oasis for our first.
Ooh.
Well, I think that could be good for Everfrost, because I just don't know if, from what we've seen from them, Oasis is really their map. They did lose Oasis to Thrive, It was not looking great going into Anubis in that first week, you know, and maybe it's just not their map, you know, unlucky.
Yeah, I didn't watch all of Tactical Panda's match last week, but I am excited to see what their rush comp is. That's one of the things that I am interested into coming into next week. And then, as you said, best of 5. It's about the longevity. It's about keeping your mental up, keeping the positive energy and the momentum up in the matches. It can be great to go up 2-0, and could be, you know, tough to close out a match sometimes, but if you are able to keep that energy up, keep the mental strong, I think that a best of 5 is going to show exactly what the more superior team is.
And not to mention, if the losers bracket, whomever comes out of that, if they do win that first grand finals, there will be another. There will be a bracket reset. So they definitely do have a very big uphill battle to climb. But again, if you can keep that mental fortitude, I really do think that they have a chance. It's just Team Rocket certainly really seemed like they flustered them. And going back to Anubis first point, it just seemed every time they pushed in, they just all kind of split off. They didn't really have a good focus, and they were so perplexed by what they were facing. And honestly, it kind of reminded me back of my playing days when our DPS were really good Pharah and Junkrat mains. And so that's what we'd run.
Yeah, I remember that very well.
Oh my goodness, those were certainly the days, but it's just so much damage, and it could be kind of hard to focus, you know, because there's just overwhelming damage. And if you take out one source, well, you still have another source of damage constantly pelting you. And so you have to be very, very quick and very decisive. Otherwise, the spam is just going to just choke you out. So we'll be able to hopefully see what adjustments are going to be made, whether it be Everfrost, Tactical Panda, whomever makes it. I believe, let me check the schedule here, but I believe that is going to take place, hopefully, next Friday, May 28th, at 8 p.m. That will be our losers round, and we'll only have that match that night, and then whoever wins that gets the chance to face Team Rocket in the grand finals starting at 8 p.m. on Saturday, May 29th. And we hopefully will be able to see you all, everybody there. I mean, that's going to be some really exciting matches. And I'm hoping for a little bit of an upset, you know, maybe something brewing from the lower, you know, bracket. Maybe get us some extra Overwatch. You know, I'm never going to complain about that. But do be sure to tune in for that. Otel, AJ, is there anything else that you guys want to add here before we close it off?
The matches tonight, great work by Team Rocket and Everfrost. Well played, guys. I can't wait to see what you have in store for next week.
Yeah, GG's go again. I would love to see the rematch.
Absolutely. We're all eagerly awaiting, but until then, we hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you, as always, for coming out, supporting us, supporting our players. We hope you enjoyed today's match. Team Rocket taking down Everfrost 2-0 in decisive fashion. Make sure to follow all of our socials, and if you haven't already, join the Discord server. We're having lots of fun and would love to have you on board as well. So, for Otel, AJ, and everybody else here at Encore, this is Ariel signing off. We'll see you guys later.
bye.